How is it possible at 65 to look like time just doesn't have any power over you? No surgery, no extremes, and no life in constant restriction mode. When you see Davi Santos for the first time, you get the feeling that you are looking at a man who has not just kept in excellent shape. He seems to have learned to live in such a way that the body does not age according to the usual scenario. And the most interesting thing is that absolutely everyone can apply many of its principles. In this video, we will analyze the real habits and approach to life that help Davi maintain strength, energy, and youth even at this age. And most importantly, you can start using many of these rules today. Therefore, watch the video to the end. It will be really interesting and useful. So let's get started. One of the main reasons why many people start to lose weight dramatically after the age of 50 to 60 is that they unconsciously assume the role of an older person. They begin to move more cautiously, avoid exertion, feel sorry for themselves, limit their lives with phrases like, "It's too late for me." And at this point, the body begins to adjust to these settings. Davi Santos is categorically against this approach. He believes that many limitations exist only in the head, and this is evident in his life. He continues to train, run, travel, try new things, and treat his age not as a sentence but as an advantage. There is no fear of age in his behavior, and this is a very important point because the chronic stress of thinking about aging accelerates aging more than many bad habits. At the same time, his approach cannot be called thoughtless. He's not trying to prove to the world that he's young. On the contrary, he learned to listen to his body. That's a huge difference. Many people either completely abandon themselves or begin to exhaust the body with workouts. Davi Santos has found a balance. He trains regularly, but he doesn't destroy himself with loads. His goal is not to set records for the sake of self-esteem, but to preserve the functionality of the body. And this is one of the smartest strategies for longevity. Strength training has a special place in his life, and this is something that many people forget about after 50 for nothing. With age, the body begins to rapidly lose muscle mass. That is why people become weaker, hold their posture worse, get tired faster, and start to look older. Muscles are not just about appearance. These include joint protection, spine health, normal metabolism, and even hormonal balance. Davi Santos works a lot with dumbbells and various equipment right at home. And this is an important point. You don't have to live in a gym to be in good shape. He often uses a fitness ball to improve his body mobility and relieve his back. And it's a very underrated tool. Many people have been living with a cramped lower back, poor posture, and chronic body tension for years. And then they wonder why they feel old. In fact, the body is constantly sending signals through stiffness and pain. Working with the ball helps to gently engage the deep muscles of the body, improve balance, and reduce stress on the spine. This is especially useful for those who sit a lot or experience constant tension in the neck and back. Another important principle of Davi Santos is a strong core of the body. And here we are not talking about abs cubes. The core is the foundation of the whole organism. These are muscles that stabilize the spine, support internal organs, and even affect gait. If the core is weak, the body begins to age much faster. Pain appears, coordination deteriorates, and energy decreases. That's why Davi regularly does exercises for body stabilization, balance, and control. Moreover, many of them look quite simple. And there is an important lesson in this. Effective workouts don't have to be complicated or trendy. He also runs a lot, and not only in the hall, but also on the street. And this gives the body a completely different load. Running outdoors helps not only the heart and blood vessels, it literally reboots the nervous system. Especially if you run in new places, change routes, and get out of your usual environment. Davi Santos does not participate in races and marathons for the sake of medals. For him, it's a way to stay alive, feel excitement, and set goals for himself. And there is a very important thought here. A person needs not only physical activity, but also a sense of moving forward in life. When goals and emotions disappear, the body begins to fade much faster. But the most interesting thing is that he doesn't focus on just one type of load. This is one of the reasons why his body looks functional rather than pinched. Besides running and strength training, Davi enjoys swimming. And swimming is almost an ideal activity for longevity. It improves the functioning of the heart, strengthens the muscles without shock load on the joints, and at the same time relaxes the nervous system. Swimming is especially useful for people who feel chronically tired or stressed. Water relieves excess stress from the body, and stress is one of the main accelerators of aging. In general, if you look at the lifestyle of Davi Santos, it becomes clear that his youth is not the result of one habit. It's a collection of small daily decisions. He doesn't live in an extreme mode. He does not follow strict diets. He's not trying to be perfect. His diet is balanced and quite simple. The diet contains a lot of vegetables, normal protein, meat, and natural products. He doesn't turn food into a cult, but he doesn't treat it thoughtlessly either. And there is an important point here that many underestimate. After the age of 50, the body especially needs protein because it helps to preserve muscles, recover from stress, and maintain a normal energy level. Many older people eat too little protein, but a lot of fast carbohydrates and processed foods. As a result, the body becomes weaker, the skin loses its tone, and the person feels constant fatigue. Davi Santos tries to build nutrition so that after eating there is a feeling of energy, not heaviness. Another of its principles is movement during the day, not just training. Now, many people train for an hour and then they sit motionless all day. This is a huge problem for the body. Davi tries to walk more, move more, change the environment, and this is directly related to his love of travel. Traveling for him is not just a vacation. It's a way to keep the brain young. When a person gets to new places, the brain begins to actively create new neural connections. Of course, no one can stop time. You can live at 65 as if your life has already ended. Or you can, like Davi Santos, keep running, traveling, training, setting new goals for yourself, and feeling the taste for every day. And perhaps this is the real secret of youth. Friends, what do you think about this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful.